Eamonn Holmes has slammed energy companies for getting excessive profit and fumed, "What are we getting out of it?" during the cost of living crisis. Speaking on Wednesday's GB News to deputy editor of conservative Home, Henry Hill, Eamonn Holmes asked for an explanation on why energy companies are considered such sacred beasts by the government, as he ranted such companies are gaining profit and will continue to do so with Liz Truss' new outlined proposals. "A lot of these problems have been a very long time coming," Henry explained, talking about what the new Prime Minister will face. "And maybe this will be what shakes people out of their complacency. We're about to hose a vast ton of money propping up energy companies, basically when, if we'd invested that money over the past 10 or 20 years on our energy infrastructure, we wouldn't be in this position. And I think we're going to have that time and time again." "Henry," Eamonn cut in, could you explain to our audience, what exactly you mean by propping up energy companies? Because for the life of me, I do not understand why they are such sacred beasts. Or why the government seems to subsidize them and what we are getting out of it. Are we getting security out of it? Are we getting cheaper energy out of it? I don't think we're getting much out of it, and they're getting a lot of excessive profit." "Well, in this case, most of the suppliers in fairness aren't getting excessive profit, it's the producers who are absolutely raking it in," Henry replied. "In this case, what the government is doing is freezing our energy bills, which is good in the short term because otherwise they would become unpayable. But we're paying for that," the GB News host argued, which Henry confirmed. "Precisely, we're going to be paying that back," he explained. "Now, in my case, I'm feeling slightly aggrieved because I have bills-inclusive contract. So actually, I'm going to be paying, for 10 or 20 years, for money that was lent to my landlord. What Liz Truss has done is she ruled out handouts to families and has instead frozen bills and targeting the state innovation of the energy companies. Which is a way of doing it if you want to help everybody, rather than just people on state pension or benefits. But it means there is effectively a huge transfer of taxpayers' cash to these companies in order to freeze bills. Together we can ride out the storm, can we?" Eamonn asked, quoting Truss' speech on Tuesday. Shrugging, Henry replied, "If we take really bold action. The problem is the government needs to nail the energy crisis, but nailing the energy crisis just means that they win the ability to get a hearing on inflation, on public sector pay disputes and the intended strikes, on Northern Ireland. There's a huge number of challenges facing this government.